Most historic cities are layered: Roman ruins next to Gothic churches, Renaissance mansions with something modern wedged in between them, centuries stacked on top of each other, never quite reconciling. But Dubrovnik is different. You walk through the gate and everything belongs to the same moment in time. The streets are narrow, the buildings almost lean over you. The stones under your feet have been polished smooth by centuries of people walking the same path, and that's not a metaphor. You can actually feel it in every step. When you're in these walls, the outside world feels very far away. Before we got here, I tried to describe Dubrovnik to Kat and Colton. The only word I kept coming back to was immersive. Lose your sense of direction here. Streets split into staircases disappear into narrow passages, corners open into squares that you completely weren't expecting. It's a maze, but the kind that you don't really mind being lost in. A city preserved with a consistency that really shouldn't be possible. For centuries, this was the capital of the Republic of Ragusa, a small maritime nation that survived by being smarter than everyone around it. Venice to the north, the Ottoman Empire to the east. Survival here wasn't about being the strongest, it was about being careful, diplomatic, and having formidable defenses. Nearly 2 kilometers of stone walls wrap the entire city. From the water, Dubrovnik looks less like a town and more like a fortress rising straight out of the Adriatic. For the sailors of Ragusa, the sea was both lifeline and mystery. Their maps marked unknown waters with sea serpents and monsters. And you see those same creatures everywhere in Dubrovnik, carved into the stone fountains, watching from behind corners of old buildings, sitting in stone, unblinking, across from tourists who might not even notice them. There are smaller traditions hidden in the city too, this stone worn smooth centuries ago that people still try to stand on for good luck. We watched at least 3 strangers attempt it in a row, and were convinced that it might be impossible. And yet, this place is not a museum. People have always lived here. Apartments inside buildings that have stood for 500 years, restaurants on the same streets merchants once walked. Laundry hanging between buildings older than most countries. A basketball court built directly into the fortifications of a former republic. The past and present share the same space here, not as a tourist attraction, just as a random Tuesday. I think that's why immersive is the right word to describe Dubrovnik. Not because of the walls, not because of the stone or the history, or the way it looks from the water, but because it pulls you in completely. It's the kind of place where you lose track of time and you're completely okay with that. Where the day unfolds without you deciding to let it. Where the outside world just doesn't disappear exactly and just stops feeling urgent.